Tomorrow will make it 2 months. 2 months since my friend lost his battle with depression. And in the 2 months' time that he's made that decision, the effects have been felt by everyone. His family, his friends, his children. And for 2 months, we've been stuck with the same questions. Why? What did we miss? What could we have done? If you are thinking of harming yourself, if you are thinking of doing something to someone else, or just feeling like there's no reason to be here, please call someone to get help. Please hit the simplest option that you can have, which is to dial 1-800-273-8255 and contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. When you make that decision, it's a decision you made and you made alone. But it's a decision that your family and your friends will have to live with. If you are a victim of bullying, if you're having issues with people respecting your choices for sexual orientation or lifestyle, if you are suffering from mental illness or disabilities, please get help. And if for some reason you just don't feel like you can contact this number, for whatever reason it may be, then feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media feeds. I am more than willing to be with you every step of the way through this fight. You are not alone. You do not have to make the decision on your own. You are not the only one who's ever felt this way. So before you make a decision that affects us, please get help. What's going on, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things what? Detroit Lions. And if you don't know it, you need to know it. It is now officially training camp season, which means we're getting closer to an actual football season. One that has been long awaited. One that's going to be with open stadiums and a number of other great opportunities for us, the fans. Now, if you know anything about me, my picture usually indicates my true feelings and probably what I'm going to talk about. And if you're not familiar with this photo, get used to it. See, this is the photo that brings me to this great day and brings me so much excitement. This is the photo that lets me know where we stand as it pertains to a number of things. Now, we got a number of house mail we got to knock down because I know it's some Piston fans in here because I'm a Piston fan myself, and I know exactly where I'm going to be when I get off of here. Detroit Drew, yes, fellow DSA member, Detroit Drew is going to be doing a live draft watch party show on his channel at, I believe it's 7:30, but I'm going to say 8. Just go up there early. Check it out. Be a part of it. Get prepared to be excited or whatever emotion you're going to have when the pick is made for the Detroit Pistons. So make sure you check that out. Also, check out my man RachelMarieSports, who's been dropping a number of different videos, and his sub counts is steadily climbing, and we're trying to get him to 2,000. So see if you can do that. Don't also forget to go over there and check out Roar of the Lions UK, the Hood Cam, and everything I'm naming is listed in there. Now, I'm finna have me some fun because I got to go through and do my roll call. And then we finna get into it. First thing first, we got Midwest Lion in the building. Hard work and dedication. AB, Zach J, Southwest Lions in the building. One Pride 40. We got the Singles Dead Club. I love that. Chris Cashball, Looney Tunes. We got Craig Bevins, Dre Barnes, Steve-O, JGB. Let me see. Make sure One Funky Lions fan. Dr. Paparoni, Adrian Saunders. Let me keep on going down. We got In the Mix in the building. Eltonio Jenkins. And let's see. Bulgaria's I'm Not the Hacker. Casey Bayboy. He says, in the media trying really hard to get us not to like the DC. Already? We got Antoine as you high. Omar Pacheco. Dominique Davis. Let me see. Make sure I forget nobody. And we got John Bradshaw, and obviously we got another fellow DSA member, and one of the hardest working men that I know in SpeakEZ Sports, aka Easy, in the building. People, we got a lot to talk about. It's too much to talk about, so I'm gonna try to get this all crammed in here in a speedy fashion. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. If you are not subscribed, please do so. And if you ain't hit the notification bell, well, you know what? You probably missed out on the first two. And at that point, I hope somebody eat your fries. Either way it go, please do so. Let's go. People, this picture is worth 1,000 words. And the reason it's worth 1,000 words is because this right here is what culture looks like if you had to put it in the physical. This is a photo of our head coach, Dan Campbell. That's right, our head coach. And many of you may be saying, what is he doing? Are there push-ups he's doing? Nope. He had the team do up-downs. And until, in an effort to create a certain, what's the word I want to say, conglomerate amongst the players and himself, he participated in every single up-down that he asked them to do. Now, we talk about this thing of culture. I know some of y'all is a little sad and a little depressed because, you know, culture takes 3 years to change, and it should not be happening this fast because this is like not normal, right? But stay with me. Stay with me. 7:40 is when he's going to start his show, Detroit Drew. Thanks, John. Now, stay with me. Oh, he said shoot him the link 100%. Say less next time. You don't got to tickle my fancy and flirt with me to get the attention. I see you. Now, this cultural change that we are seeing, it has me in a mood. And in the mood that I am in is a mood that I think you all should be in. I saw article after article where the headlines were simply put, everything about this year's training camp looks, feels, sounds different. Everything. It's a whole different atmosphere. And this is the steps that they are taking to create this culture. Now, when we're talking about this thing called culture, I want you to take a second, because I know you think it's taking 3 years. Okay. And yes, that's the Patty and me coming out. What's going on, Roar of the Lions, UK? What up, dude? I know y'all don't want to believe it, but it happens quick. All right. Now, stay with me. That man did up downs. I'm finna show you how culture works. A Detroit Lion, Brian Price, retired. And when he retired, they picked up another D tackle from the Titans named Hector. Hector could not practice yesterday, so today was his first day practicing. And so since everybody else did up downs, Hector had to do up downs as well. I want y'all to stay with me for a minute because it takes 3 years for a culture to change. All right. So Hector goes to do his up downs, and he probably got into about a good 6 to 15 of them. He got to do about a good 40 of them, but he got into a good 6 to 15 of them. Right now, while he's doing this, the entire team is watching. The media is watching. Fans who are season ticket holders and other people are around is watching this one guy do up downs, and the team is watching. And then something changed. Something special happened. Something that shows that this is a team. It's not a division. It's not divided. This is a team. Something strange happened. Things that you usually hear about in Disney movies happen. The entire defense did up downs with the newest player. Now, before you start to go down this road of, oh, Luke, don't start gassing him up. Don't do it, Luke. And, you know, it's just simply this, Luke. Oh, don't do it. Before you go down that road, Hector is not making this team. I want y'all to understand something. Hector is not making this team. All right. Now, if Hector's not making his team, and yet he was still made to do these up downs, and now you sit there and you look at it, and your entire defense, who already did this, say, you know what, he doing it. Let's get him through it. Let's get it. And they jump in for a player who's not making a team. This is what culture looks like. Let me show you some more examples of this. There's a cornerback on this team who's probably not going to make the team. I'm pretty sure he's not going to make the team. He may get a practice squad spot, but damn it, he won't be on that 53-man roster. Stay with me for a moment. He had a bad rap. And the first thing that he did was ran over to who? Jeff Okudah. That's the first thing he did. The first thing he did was run over to Jeff Okudah. He has been on Jeff Okudah's hip all day, every day. They got secret handshakes and everything. Now, Luke, why are you reporting all of this? We read this. We know this is stuff. Because the story isn't about the secret handshake. The story isn't about the cornerback standing on the hip of Jeff Okudah. The story isn't about the team jumping down, doing up downs with them. The story is the fact that it took one man and his little ragtag group of nobodies that people want to downplay less than a few fucking months to change what was the culture of hell for 3 years. Stay with me. I know y'all like to stay in the 3-year range, but stay with me. Now, Easy, I did send you the link, just FYI. So I did send you that link. All right. So stay with me now, people. I sat here and I tried to go through every piece that I could find. And I wanted to see who was going to be the first hater, because I know it's always one out there. But you know what? Yes, I'm surprised that even the haters had to admit that something was different about the way this camp was ran. Now, keep in mind, they have yet to put on pads. I'm hearing all kind of stories. I'm hearing Mike Ford look good in his drills. Don't care. I'm hearing Jeff Okudah running step for step with Tyrell Williams. Don't care. What I care about is they are a fucking team. They're a team. They've come together as a team to work as a team. And that is the most important part of it. They're holding each other accountable. Detroit's own Big Will sent me a video of Trey Flowers talking. And I went and looked at the Trey Flowers press conference where he was talking. And then I went and compared it to all his interviews he ever gave. He sounds happier. He's talking happier. He's moving happier. And mind you, he's doing that with the struggles of the position change. He's doing all of that with the struggles of the position change. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out all the naysayers who somehow think that this team is about to be worse. I saw a few haters come out the woodworks and say things like, yeah, Okudah ran step for step with him, but the receiver core sucks. Okay. Right? But here's a funny note from training camp. In 7-on-7s, as good as the offense looked, the defense outperformed them. Let's take a second to pray on that. The defense outperformed them. All right? And the things that stood out to me from that range were the smallest little things. Like, for example, you had players who was just happy to hear music during practice. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. So we're starting off this training camp with the most important part, Dan Campbell. And the reason we're doing that is because Dan Campbell has made it clear to me that if at all nothing else, he's the right guy for the job. Now, before I go any further into the joys that I have, the joys that I have for this training camp, we got to get into one story that I think is a tragedy. And I know many of you is not going to share this view, but I think it's a fucking tragedy. So stay with me. Jared Davis revealed to the media that had he not hit free agency, he was going to retire from football. Now, this kind of concerns me because I realize there's a pattern. And the pattern ain't just, players want to quit, blah, 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 blah. Nope. The pattern is every time players find that coach who takes them to the next level, who builds them up, who makes them better, the first thing the Lions do is change course. Right? Now, why is this significant to me? You had a guy who, for most part, y'all couldn't stand, ready to quit because of his experience with this team's coaching. I just had to do a little research. Under Jim Caldwell, he was pretty damn decent. Had a few little flaws as a rookie, but you know what? Overall, pretty damn decent. Under Matt Patricia, they blitzed him a little bit more and stuff like that. But for the most part, he got worse and worse and worse under Matt Patricia until they didn't even use him no more. Why am I bringing this up? This Detroit Lions coaching staff have enough players and enough coaches who were players that I don't have to worry about players thinking about retirement no more. I don't have to worry about people wondering if they should even do this anymore. What I have is a group of intelligent, capable people who can handle their business. Now, the best part about these kind of stories is it gives you a little insight. He said it was so much going on that it started messing with his mental. Y'all wonder why he getting beaten coverage, because the coach is a douche. The general manager was not for him. So now you see all these different things that come into play. So when I tell you that I'm going to have fun with my training camp, I'm going to have fun. And the best way to do it is with family. And I'm talking about my man Easy's in the building. What up, though?
What up, though, Luke?
Hey, man, same stuff, different day. You know me. You must still be at the workplace. I hear that good sound coming in there.
Honestly, this is the laptop, I think. So the laptop and the headset. But I'm glad because last time I came from here, y'all said I joined from a toilet bowl and everything else.
You know what? Listen, it happens. It happens. You are obviously working with Woodward Sports. Shout out to you. In Woodward Sports, and you got people who's going out there on the field. You're hearing good news and stuff is going on with people and stuff. What are you hearing from the people who's going to the training camp? And it's like, yo, this is the atmosphere. What are they telling you?
I'm hearing more hype about the coaching staff and how competitive and how live the practices are. Like you obviously, you've got football practice, you compete against your teammates
absolutely
on the other side of the ball, but to have a coaching staff, I guess there is a difference. Who's pushing it? Who's pushing the pace? Who's calling you out? Who's talking trash to the other coach on the other side of the football? That's what it sounds like so far. I know it's only day 2. We're not in pads yet, but that's the feedback I'm getting from my man Corey Woods, who's been live at training camp the past 2 days.
It's funny to me because I'm so excited about training camp, man, that I've been trying to contain myself. And I had this photo up. So let me take it down for a second. But I had this photo up because I'm like, he did up downs with you. Like, bro, it's hard for you of any form or fashion of a worker to not want to go out and give your all when you got somebody who's willing to rock with you. Like, they willing to just go in the trenches with you. Like, okay, I'm with you, bro. I ain't finna ask you to do nothing. I ain't gonna do myself. And this is the thing that is going to always get a person to be pushed. This is not a do as I say, not as I do moment. This is a look. If you can do it, I can do it. And if I can't do it, I ain't finna ask you to do it. And now you're hearing about all the great things coming out as it pertains to the coaching staff. But I've been praising this for the longest. Like, yo, this is gonna work, right? Like, I thought about this the other day, right? I said Dan Quin as a head coach was right, like wasn't special, wasn't great, right? I mean, but as a coordinator, he's killer. Rob Marinelli as a head coach, but as a coordinator, he was great. Anthony Lynn as a head coach was okay, but as a coordinator, he was great. And I'm sitting here literally listening to a number of different people talk about it. I'm reading articles, and the first thing that jumped out to me is how the offense is being ran, the tempo, where the quarterback can go. They're talking about perfect passes in practice, and things like that. You're talking about players showing more excitement and energy. All of these are small changes, but remember, because you was part of Team 3 year. Remember, it takes 3 years to change your culture. What is your stance on that now?
I mean, we haven't seen these guys in the field yet. I will say this, though. It's going to be way easier to transform into Dan Campbell's cultures because it's a lot more it's more easygoing and relatable to where the culture shit that was happening with Matt Patricia was like a totalitarian, I'm the boss type guy. Yeah, I've never proven anything to you. It's different leadership, and it's a different culture shift. It's not one where you have to fall into place and do what you're told. It's one where you can do what you're best at, and we're going to try to put you in a position where you could, be good at what you're great at.
Yeah, but if
be
culture,
great at what you're good at.
Yeah, but everybody kept talking about changing culture, and then it takes 3 years. 3 years. That's all they kept saying.
You got to look though. Like this is like way more of a laid back and relatable culture than the one that Matt Patricia was trying to form. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to say that it's more laid back. I mean, they're still being held accountable. Like it's not like it's like when people say laid back, I think it's just chill. You don't really got no. They're still being held accountable. Every single person. He got 4 rules, and those 4 rules to me are the first things that lets me know where this team is in terms of culture. Like, for example, right? He didn't have to come out with 4 rules, right? But think about it. It's 4 rules. 4 rules? That's it? And most people may hear 4 rules and go, that's lax. 4 rules is pressure. Because to me,
it's too easy to fail if you fuck it up.
That's what I'm saying. That's the line in the sand. That's the line in the sand. Those 4 rules for him is like, yo, that's the line in the sand. Everything else in between, I ain't with it. And the worst part about it is this. The people who are speaking on it, who are excited about it, they're having a totally different out-of-body experience because they're now being asked to do something that aligns with what they want to be, right? And I'm just looking at it, bro. I think most people have to start getting on this train for eight or more wins, bro. What you think?
I think that's a tall task, man. That's a tall task. I don't look, man. I think obviously we're going to make a big leap on defense because when we were ranked 32nd last year. But I think offensively, and I'm not saying this receiver room is bad, but they have a lot to prove. So I can't speak confidently enough on their abilities to say that we could actually win 8 games because I still also believe that Jared Goff is a step back, I guess, talent-wise for quarterback. But, I mean, he has won. You look at Tom Brady. He wasn't, he's not as skilled as Matthew Stafford, I'd say. He obviously won. So maybe Jared Goff is just that type of quarterback. 8 wins is a tall ask and a tall task, man. It's a lot.
All right, let me jump gears a little bit, right? I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to hit on this one story because I read this and I got excited. Maybe I'm like a geek for strange things, right? They was talking about the 4 players who stood out, which was Khalif Raymond, Reggie Gilbert, Jeff Okudah, and Mike Ford. This is an article that was written by Jeremy Reisman from SB Nation. He talked about these were the 4 people that stood out to him on day 2. He talked about how Jeff Okudah ran step for step with Tyrell Williams, which, again, I'm not shocked by because I think Jeff Okudah ran like a 4.48 and Tyrell Williams ran like a 4.42 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that much of a difference, but okay, great. They talked about Mike Ford looking the smoothest of all the people in drills. They talked about how Gilbert, although while he is a older veteran, they talk about how he brings his experience and how he was out there coaching people up and doing things as an edge rusher, trying to teach people who were sidelined, like, hey, this is what you would and should be doing. And the name that I'm surprised didn't come up was Victor Biden, because that Victor Biden train been getting strong.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Like he's not making the team. This reminds me of Brandon Powell, and Brandon Powell was like, yo, he was cut. But my question to you is this. these are the 4 people that they're saying are standing out. What are you hearing over there on your end about players that are standing out in there right now for them? Like, what is Corey telling you?
Man, that secondary is we gotta look at like my man who's coming over too is Aubrey Pleasant. Like, I get that he had Jalen Ramsey, and that's obviously a great guy to help like make you look good and make the rest of your backfield look good. He even had Aaron Donald to make him look better. But let's not forget the time that who was my man? He was with the Raiders, and he got signed over to the Eagles. They're supposed to be like the dream team. Remember Mike Vick was there?
Right. Go ahead.
So, but you have situations like that where you sign like these big name players who were great in other systems but never translated. Well, with Jalen Ramsey, he translated and excelled under my man Aubrey Pleasant. And obviously we have Jeff Okudah having a second year now in the league. Obviously the physical traits have been there. He was a number 3 pick. I'm not gonna say for a reason, because obviously a lot of people felt number 3 was steep, but he was drafted high for a reason. You know what I'm saying he was graded and rated the best cornerback out of that draft. Like, I'm hearing obviously things about the secondary, but I'm also pumped for the secondary above reasons. Aubrey Pleasant, man, I think he could excel the guys that we already have better than what they were. And even beyond like him excelling them, we have a guy like Okudah who's another year at the position in the NFL. I rewatched my one of my takes with Darius Slay the other night, and I actually even posted it. And I was just kind of like asking. Remember, you were there. I asked him, about the development of Okudah and what he sees in him. He says he's a sure tackler, but he says like that's the hardest position to transition to in the NFL. You got the white stripe on the ball that's no longer there to help you locate it. Coupled with the fact that you're going against the best of the best, which Okudah did last year. He was asked to do injury riddle headed in, no training camp. Let's not forget that with the COVID offseason, there was no training camp for this guy, no rookie camp, none of that. He was thrown in there. I'm expecting big jumps from this defensive side of the ball. Everything that I've heard so far, as far as like what's standing out, is the defensive side of the ball. Even the coaches is talking trash to each other.
Everybody talking trash. Like, bro,
yeah.
they got like small time position coaches talking trash to other ones. Like, I've heard that Deuce Staley has gotten a few words said to him from linebacking coaches. Like, that's your running back, huh?
Yeah.
That's your guy. That's exactly. Who you buying into, And then I heard that there was I think golf was 4 for 4 or something like that on 7-on-7s. But again, it's 7-on-7. I don't really give a crap. Ain't nobody coming at him on pressure. But it was the balls. Everybody said they were perfect passes.
Yeah,
So
it just feels like we're breeding like healthy competition, and like that's what you want at a training camp from the get. So it's like that's what we're getting off rip. I expect to get everything else, or I'm hoping to. I mean, we're off to a good start, man. It's only day 2. Obviously, I'm a Lions fan, so I drink the Kool-Aid every once in a while. But
go ahead and drink it all the time, bro. Until the season over and happens, just drink it, bro. This is the best time to do it because this is the time you get to have a new hope. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this, bro. That's like somebody who be like, oh, I had one kid, and that one kid, let's say that one kid was just terrible. You have another one. You can't take what happened with the first kid on the second one. You know what I mean? Like, bro, get happy. It's a new moment, new opportunity. Shout out to Normus J. He says, how are you, Luke? I'm good, brother. Hope you're doing good yourself. It says Easy had them around 8 wins when Luke asked him to break down the schedule. Bro, he was so shocked. He was like, what? He's like, what? I was like, yeah, bro. He's like, oh, wait a minute, I messed up. Wait a minute.
Bro, I was like, bro, you and Dion, you especially, bro, I told you a million times, thank you so much. I told you a million times, you could have been like a salesman or a preacher in another life.
Hey, man, probably in the past life, probably I was. But yeah, I remember he did that. If I need to see this team play week 1 before I'm going to start drinking the Kool-Aid, I can respect that. You want to wait?
Come on, because I did see a comment here, and I didn't actually even realize this myself. I think in the mix said Easy said the cornerbacks are looking good against the worst receiving core in the NFL. That's a point.
That message? That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I hope I'm saying it right. Anthony Fitzpatrick. He says, "What up, though? You got me saying this in the UK now. Hope you're doing well, Luke."
Yo, that's what's up.
Listen, hey, what up, though, is the literal greeting for Detroiters. If you ever run across a legitimate Detroiter and be like, hey, where you from? Or they always start off with that simple, what up, though? Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. If they don't hit me with that what up, though, I'm like, yeah, they probably in outside of Detroit. Because generally people in Detroit is what up, though. It's generally what up though. So I'm glad you took it over there. Let them get caught up so they can get into it. It's a very powerful saying. It's a universal respect for each other to go what up though. So happy you using it. Now I gotta switch gears a little bit because I've been excited for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and this man at the every damn practice catches 202 passes from the jug machine. This is
what? I didn't see that for real.
202 passes after every damn practice. You hear me? He's not leaving until he takes his 202 catches from different angles and different positions. He's one-handing it, two-handing it, low-balling it, high-balling it. He needs the 202. I was sitting here saying to myself, if ever there's an opportunity for you to understand what greatness is going to look like, it's the person who's willing to do what other people don't. Usually that's what greatness is.
Now, is he catching this from the jug machine or is he catching this from golf?
The jug machine.
Okay.
Now, stay with me.
I'm with you.
Now, they said in the article that it's not that he don't want to catch passes from golf. It's that he want the passes to be hard as they're being shot at him. So he's getting close and trying to get those harder ones because then when he's in the game, no matter how that thing comes, he can catch it. Now, I remember in the earlier OTAs, he was catching passes on his back, bro. Like one-handed. That's when you want it.
No, 1,000%, man. I'm excited for this dude. The thing, too, is like with me, so growing up, man, I didn't have like cable or nothing like that. But I had like from this garage sale, I got like this sports book. It was like a sports stats book and told you like the stories of dudes. It was like, this is like early 2000s or so. It had like Marvin Harrison, Terrell Owens, like people like that. Like they were the hot names back then. And I remember reading up on like Terrell Owens and his competitiveness and how he, you know, the type of work ethic, the same type of stories are the same type of ones I hear about Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's like I can't tell you what it is specifically, but I just feel it, man. I feel it in this kid that he's going to be something special. Now I'm not saying an all-time great because Terrell Owens, that's a big comparison. Like you're looking at top 3 in almost every single receiving stat.
I got him at Hines Ward. I think Hines Ward should be a Hall of Famer, and I think he's like Hines Ward, AJ Brown at best. And like at the worst point, he AJ Brown.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that, man. Like we just need someone who's gonna. The thing about football, man, is like you don't need a star per se. Does it help at times? Yes, but you have somebody who's Bill Belichick says all the time, like just doing their job. I'm saying like helping you, like I guess get like the first downs when you need them, a possession receiver and stuff like that. That's good. Football's a team sport. You know what I'm saying? Like do your part of it.
Now in the mix says, hey, easy. Lions cornerbacks going to look good against the worst wide receiving core in the NFL. Come on.
That's true. But look,
that's not true. How are the Lions the worst wide receiving core?
Look, man, I ain't gonna say it. Like if you're ranking them, they're definitely bottom. Like, come on, this receiver room is so unproven. But look, but I just want to say this real quick to end the mix though. It's like, yeah, that may be true, but you also got to look at it again. The gentleman I spoke on earlier was the coach, Aubrey Pleasant, and where he's coming from and what he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, working with cornerbacks and has a successful defense in LA, but also being able to like utilize guys to their strengths because we've seen it. Like I said, with the Dream Team in Philadelphia, they had Nami Asamoah. That's his name. Remember, he was out cold in Oakland. He didn't have stats because they wouldn't even throw his way. He went to Philadelphia. And he was like, "What happened to that guy?" You know, coaches, man, like can make or break you. They really can. You look at an example of Tracy Walker. He looked to be really promising before Patricia got his hands on him.
Listen, it's crazy because the one thing that I noticed, right, when you look at Okudah in press conferences, he talks. To be honest with you, all of them talk different. All of them talks different. Every single one of them got something good to say. Hell, they even look to who in the hell prompt to leave Aqib to say what he said? Who prompted him to do that? Nobody prompted him to do that, and he still had. Say? Oh, you didn't hear?
No.
Oh, easy. I know. Easy. They working you too hard. Let me catch you up, bro. I don't like how they working. Yeah, I don't like how they working you too hard. What we gonna do is we gonna fix that. Once you hit your full-fledged stride and you know you getting ready to go on to make those big millions, we gonna make sure that we get you some much needed time off. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it. Now,
happened, right? When the Bama and LSU, when that shit was live, right?
Gotta go a little further.
It's gonna always be there, just because LSU and 2 teams right there.
Dog's gonna be the top dog.
Them days was one, and just the atmosphere.
By this business, win games. The cool coach, or the win by this business coach.
Bro, like how we had it, how we was when we was in LA, bro. Like, we kept it cool, copacetic, you know. Right. And he let us be us, but at the same time, when it was time to get down to the grind, we knew what to do. You know what I'm saying? What it took to get to work. So I just, I'd rather have somebody let us be us, but at the same time, when it's time to get on that grind, let's get on, do our thing, and then we can go back to the locker room and chill. That's
right. You gotta have the right. You gotta have the right group, the right vets. You know what I'm saying, on the team to get that shit done, and we did. You know what I'm saying? We had nice little vibe, nice little group. You know what I'm saying? So then, boom, y'all moved to LA. Mm-hmm. That's really like switching teams. You ain't really switch teams, but it's like you switch teams. The family had to move and do all that. What was the difference, man, between?
No, let me speed it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Competing and doing what we got to do.
Time them dropping 30, ain't no way. We ain't finna win the chip.
Really good about it because they started off with all different individuals, but we all got something and we bring something to this team. So if you just treat us like men, and
I went too far
you
ahead.
get a good coaching staff that can communicate with.
Out there in Detroit, JG out there in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? What's the state of Detroit? How y'all feel about it?
I feel really good about it because they started off with the coaching staff. Like each time, like you've been talking, like each time we've been talking about, the coaching staff is the most important thing. Like if you get a good coaching staff that can communicate with the players and get across what they want, right? And you know what I'm saying, and also let the players be themselves. Don't try to change the players and make them robots or make them this and that. Like we all different individuals, but we all got something and we bring something to this team. So if you just treat us like men and let us know what's up from the get-go, I mean, we can't do nothing but respect that. And that's what Dan and his staff has done. And Dan, on a deeper note, he has a full, saying most of his staff is African American. So when I looked at that, I said, Dan, get it. Yeah. Dan, get it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. He one of them guys that
he was in that locker room,
Right. You're right. He was in that locker room. He giving everybody their chance to shine. Everybody, moved from positions, they was, had lower DB codes here and there. Now they the DC, we got AG and Glenn. He the DC now. You know what I'm saying? So I just like that concept of how Dan has built this team. And, we do have a young team, but I think like we said earlier, once he treats us like men, just communicate with us and what he want, man, we can get the job done.
You feel like it's a different vibe in the building now that Matt Patricia gone?
Oh yeah. A lot of the guys from the ex regime love this regime. I mean, they really have no choice, but it's a night and day situation.
That's how they feel over there, right?
That's how they feel. They like, bro, this coaching staff gets it. Like they talking to us, you know what I'm saying? They answering our questions like we want them to answer. Sometimes coaches who got their ego behind whatever
y'all.
Man, you
I already know.
Bro.
I mean, they don't really do that shit to lead. They don't really do that shit to lead, but I already know though. You know,
bro. That's what I'm saying,
so
man.
Everybody appreciate that and just respect.
So it's a little bit more left, but go ahead, man. What you think so far? That's them having this conversation. The biggest part of it that I took away was how he was so adamant about the good coaching. The good coaching and having veterans who can come in and build parts up. What do you think so far from what you heard?
That's exactly what I'm saying too. Like Dan Campbell's relatability. Like he knows how the locker room works. He's been in those locker rooms. He knows what makes guys tick. And that's the other important part I heard. Was that Michael Brockers, by the way?
That's Michael Brockers. Yep.
The other important part is exactly what I said with Aubrey Graham getting Jalen Ramsey and allowing him to do what he's best at. And that's something that Dan Campbell said from day one, is that that's what they plan to do. And that's obviously worked to success with Aubrey Graham or Aubrey Pleasant, like who he's had since then too. Like that's everything that I'm hearing. And that's why, yes, I understand that these cornerbacks may have trashed, what may be looked at as the worst receiving core in the league on day 2 of training camp, but you have the rest of history and facts to go along with it with Aubrey Pleasant and his resume. I'm pumped, man.
Listen, and a little bit more went on, a little bit of conversation. I'm going to finish it. Shout out to you, Hank313, Detroit Lions Blood. Welcome to the show. Listen, and the reality is this. When you got new players coming in, hearing the horror stories, and they heard it before they even got here, You know they heard it, because how can he give an account of, is it different? Oh yeah, it's big different, because they talk to each other. They are all friends. It's a fraternity for real, right? Now, all Brockers is basically doing the saying is, I'm gonna be the spokesperson. See, when Trey was doing it, Trey was all cool, but even Trey Flowers is even more excited when he talks. Now, watch how Talib gets excited about things that I didn't even realize he was paying attention to. But check him out.
Them. So I mean, we definitely go do something.
That's good. I got some young boys over there too, man. Little Jeff, a couple of DBs. I'm gonna hit on them and check their temperature over there. So speaking of Matty P, why you think them Patriot coaches don't be succeeding like that when they leave? Bill O'Brien, Matty P. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Who I'm leaving now? Josh McDaniels. He left for a little minute. Why you think they don't leave and have that good success like the Patriots do?
Because they try to be Bill Belichick, bro. You can't be Bill Belichick, bro. Like, you can take a couple of his concepts, but make it your own. Don't try to be him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of them coaches try to be him. Like, yes, that philosophy works for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have your own philosophy. Do your own thing. I think a lot of them guys take whatever they seen Bill do and try to do the same thing, and it don't work out the same because it don't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It worked for him. You know what I mean? Because
they not Bill. They're
not Bill, bro.
So you ain't gonna have Bill say shit to people and you respect it. I was there. Look, you respect it because he Bill. And Bill O'Brien them say some shit to people. People gonna look at it like, motherfucker, you ain't Bill. I feel what you're saying. Let's get back to them Lions though, man. What my dog AG looking like out there, man?
Man, he looking like he a leader, bro. He a leader, bro. And I like that. I like that confidence that he got. Like, man, I done did this before. I done been on a team that went from, nothing to something.
Right.
And I just, he's carrying himself like that. And I love to see that about himself.
That's what's up. And I've been saying it on this show, my other show. Watch, JG gonna play a lot. Everybody want to system him up, right? And look, JG done won and Pop Warner in high school and in college. And look, he just a winner, bro. So he gonna play a lot better than everybody think he is. The only thing is who the fuck he gonna throw the ball to, bro?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
What that room looking like over there? That's what makes me nervous about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Just if JG would go in, if he would have got Chase or if he would have got Bama, you know what I'm saying, Smith. But what that room gonna do for him, bro?
Man, who knows, man? But I think this is a great time for them dudes to step up and make their name known. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of these guys are undrafted or they coming from different teams where they wasn't a man. Right. Now you got the chance to be the man. Let's see what you got to do. You know
now you get the targets, right?
Yeah, you get the target. Let's see what you go do. So, I mean, it's up to them on how they want to do it. I mean, we have a hell of an offensive line, so you already know we're going to run that ball.
I know y'all going to tote it.
You know we're going to run that ball.
I called the Lions game last year, so I really had to get into it and see what they got. Oh, man, look, they got something on that line now, I'm telling you. D-line, too. D-line, too. The rookie y'all drafted, where he from? Ole Miss, where he from? Smith, Melvin.
It's one. Yeah, that guy. Where is he from? He
wore
from
like
North
29
Carolina
or
State.
something. He wore 29 or something, right? Right. He gonna be in the mix with y'all, Brock. I'm telling you, he nice.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the game. Once it really get down to it, he gonna be in the game. He gonna be next to you a couple times. You gonna look like Lee told me you was gonna be. Lee told me you was gonna be in with me, fam. Come on, let's Up front, y'all got what it takes. That's how I know the Lions could do something. So we.
Yeah, look, man, is that not everything I said?
I mean, listen, it's a reality that I deal with. I think when it comes to the receiving core, I look at that 91 team and I'm like, that wasn't a special receiving core. I look at all the New England Patriots championships. They didn't have special receiving cores. It's not a matter of you having like this name on the receiving core as much as you having a receiving core who do their job. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown going to be a problem. We obviously know TJ going to be a problem. I think Quintez Cephas is going to be a problem. And over the top, I think Tyrell Williams is going to be a problem. This is one of the reasons why I said if there was a receiver, if you just had to go and get a receiver, bring Golden Tate back. If you had to get one.
You're taking that hopium to the veins, I see.
You know what? Listen. That's a direct shot. Now, that was the vein, right? I put that one right by the heart. I wanted, that was I wanted it in there.
It's allowed, man. I know how you roll. I do think Amon-Ra could be something special. I do think Tyrell Williams, if healthy, that's a big key thing with him too, because he has struggled with health. But I think he could be golf's #1 target. But it's just we got to see, man. That's what I'm saying. It's unproven. I don't want to disrespect them to say that they're bad because they haven't yet to show us what they are yet. You know what I'm saying? So
facts. That's facts. I mean, and that's part of the whole stick, though. If you look at it, right, from coaching staff on down, right, Brad Holmes, he's unproven. The head coach is supposed to be unproven. The defensive coordinator is unproven, right? Where? What you mean? What did AG do? What did he do? He's unproven.
The Saints, I mean, they've proven their ability to stick around as coaches and coach.
But he was never a DC. He was a positional coach.
For sure.
But I'm just saying, we ain't give credit to him, right? Like I don't hear nobody sitting there saying like, "Oh, this great team in defense that helped because of RB Pleasant." That wasn't what we was hearing. You know what I mean? Like we wasn't hearing that. We heard about the DC and the offensive coordinators and stuff. And what I'm pointing out to this is to show you that from top to bottom, everybody's unproven in a lot of those positions. Like he said, yeah, you wasn't the man over there. This your chance. Prove it. Now, in my case, maybe my hopium levels is a little too high. Maybe I didn't cut it the right way, right? It happens. But here's what I can tell you: Amon-Ra St. Brown is about to be a different beast. I guarantee he's about to be a different beast.
You think like Pro Bowl beast or like
I think like
solid ass like number one receiver at some point.
Listen, since you pushed me this way, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Don't jump off the ledge, Luke.
Listen. I'm listening. I'm not jumping off the ledge. I'm just gonna fly off that motherfucker. You feel me? Because I got the ability to fly, and I got a parachute in case the ability fail on me. Just stay with me for a moment.
You can fly, but I can't beat Bruce Lee. Ain't that some shit?
Listen, you ain't high on hopium. Hopium make you do all kinds of things. You know what I mean? See, you know what I'm saying? So stay with me though.
I'm listening.
I think Amon-Ra St. Brown can be for the Lions what Jefferson was for the Vikings.
That's too much.
I think hands down he can be exactly just that.
I'm not trying to like bash your take. I do think Amon-Ra could be great, but I look at the things, the athletic traits that Jefferson has on top of the run game that Jefferson had. Like, sheesh, man, it's a steep comparison in my opinion. I do think Amon-Ra will be good. You know what I'm saying? But Justin Jefferson, he's different.
Okay, now I don't know if you remember this. All right, easy. I don't know if you remember this. I went off on an article that ranked Okudah in the top corners, and I said that's garbage. He's not a top 10 cornerback. Should have never been drafted, and he shouldn't be in the mix of this. And then I was talking to Andrew, and he was like, "Man, who?" I said, "Dude." I said, "Watch. If he got to go up against Jefferson, he gonna get worked. He a different beast." I told him Cameron Dantzler could be in the mix because of other reasons. Cameron Dantzler was a little bit better than Okudah, but I'm not counting that because we had Matt freaking Patricia. Stay with me. Who had Jefferson being what he was? I'll wait.
Answer, because I was reading the text.
Nobody had him being who he was. Nobody believed in him to be this great player or to be all the thing. He earned those spots. He took those reps. Now, people even said he wasn't fast. They was like, "Oh, he okay. He ain't got like blazing." He was killing people.
I mean, he was a first round pick, man. I think kind of selling what people liked him, bro. He was a first round pick. He's coming off the LSU season where they went dumb with Joe Burrows.
Now listen, James Willis says, "I'd rather Victor Botton make the team as opposed to signing Golden Tate." We gave $6 million to Danny Amendola. You can't give 4 to Golden Tate. Like you get yards after the catch with him. What did you get from Danny Amendola? A possession receiver where he caught it, where he went down.
Look. I'm speaking of Amon-Ra being great. Like I think that's a guy Amon-Ra can learn some like veteran tips. I feel like they got similar builds. Amon-Ra looks like stocky, is shorter, like Tate.
I've said this yesterday that this is what this is what we should be looking at.
Yeah, man.
Like
little veteran like tricks and stuff like that. I feel like Golden Tate can teach Amon-Ra all that.
Plus, I'm weird.
If you just bring it in for camp.
Well, listen, I'm weird. I look at it like this, bro. It was simple for me when it was like, should we bring Tate back if the opportunity presents itself? It was like, can he unseat Tyrell Williams? Yes. Can he unseat Bashard Perryman? Yes. He can't.
I think it's different positions they will be playing. I don't think.
What do you mean? Every receiver,
I don't look, not different position. I'm saying there's different roles.
Every receiver on this roster, he can unseat.
Tate,
guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay, so bring you. So and you don't got to trade nothing. You don't got to get up no assets. You just got to sign them.
He probably already still has his house here too.
To the cheap deal. It ain't gonna cost you $6 million. I promise you that. It ain't gonna cost you $6 million. And if you did pay $6 million, you gave that to Danny Amendola to be a possession receiver. Just saying.
No, I'm definitely down to bring Gold Tate in. It's for every reason. For like one, I feel like he can still be productive. I mean, you at least bring him into camp if you can. Like if no one else is calling his phone right now, like bring him into camp and see what's up, man. Like don't hurt. Like
in the mix, gave me a video idea. He says St. Brown don't run routes like Jefferson. Jefferson don't block like St. Brown.
Yeah, no, St. Brown is definitely not going to do a Jefferson thing. That's definitely the hope.
But I think
that's some hope.
But I think he can do the same thing Jefferson's did, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. His role is going to be very similar because everybody right now attitude is the Lions receiving core is hot garbage. Even though the worst part of our team is our safeties, everybody else believes that the receiving core is hot garbage, right? And so all I'm pointing out to you is this. If you look at how most of the offenses ran when Anthony Lynn was calling the plays, he ran the ball and threw a lot of inside routes and short routes. And then they're going to go back and watch film on what made Jared Goff good, and they're going to see the same thing. I mean, it's a reason why he favored Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. And so now you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, whose third or fourth cornerback is covering him. I'll wait. How many teams got a third or fourth cornerback?
Yeah, but he's not going to put up Jefferson numbers. Bro.
Okay.
I'm looking him up right now.
Okay, look him up.
88 receptions, 1,400 yards.
How many receptions?
88.
Yeah, how many?
I can see receptions.
How many targets?
Let's see.
He was targeted how many times?
Pulling up right now. Never mind, I'm not. Let me go back.
Yeah, I'm giving you a chance to look it up.
Oh, all right.
I'm giving you a chance to look it up.
You got dead air. Okay, targets, 125 targets, 88 receptions on 125 targets.
And that was him as the number 1 or number 2?
I would say the number 2. I mean, beginning of the year. Now,
stay with me. We know all of our passes is going to go in levels, right? And we know they're going to be short and inside routes to the slot receivers. Who in the hell got a team that got 3 to 4 dog cornerbacks?
What? Hold on, dude. You talking about like
we got a schedule, right? We play the 49ers. Who's that third corner?
I don't even know.
Exactly.
I can't tell you a single one of the corners. But you speaking like our receiver is about to be doing.
I'm not speaking on our receiver. I'm speaking on Amon-Ra St. Brown. When I tell you I think he can be what Jefferson was, somebody, because you got to remember Jefferson wasn't even the first receiver taken.
Was last year the one with CD Ram and Jerry Jeudy?
Yep.
Yeah. No, Jeff. I don't think. Look, it's a first-round pick receiver, man. It's still totally different.
Why? Because he's a first-round pick receiver?
First-round pick, the size, the speed, the fact that he had a comparable or respectable run game to aid him in that. Boxes, I'm saying, were stacked at times. Dalvin Cook went dumb. Like, it's different, man. Amon-Ra can be good, man, but, like, him and Jefferson are just totally different dudes.
Okay, and you don't believe he can be that?
No.
Well, you know the beautiful part about when me and you do shows, one of us get a chance to see how it aged, and I tend to think that mine is gonna age real well. Now, you talk about size and stuff like that, right? That's one of the things you brought up in talking about these two players. How tall you think Justin Jefferson is?
Justin Jefferson's like 6'1", 6'2".
How tall you think?
Amon-Ra's like 5'11", 6 foot. You still got the arm length. You got the hand size. Like,
okay.
When you look at these dudes, you can tell they're different. They're totally different body types.
Okay. So let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you. We're just looking at measurables because that's the first thing you said. You said size and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in college, who had more receptions, Justin Jefferson or Amon-Ra? Now, if you don't know, it's all.
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess Amon-Ra. He's a possession type receiver.
Right. He's had more receptions, right?
Yeah.
He had 178 compared to the 165 that Jefferson had. Jefferson had 2,400 yards, basically 2415 in college, right? And this guy had 2270, right?
See, man.
You said what now?
Maz is leaving the office. You said.
Oh, okay. All right. So he had.
Hold on, real quick. You said Jefferson had 2,415 yards.
Yeah, Jefferson had 2415.
Now I would bet, because I hope you have to know. I would bet that Jefferson had more yards than Brown.
He did.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Brown was remember Roy Williams?
But it was a slight amount of yards. I mean, he was 2270.
I'm gonna give you 2270. I'm gonna give you this. This is like kind of outlandish. You remember Roy Williams?
Yes.
He was like possession type receiver. He wasn't bad by any means. He was really good at being a possession
Are you really
receiver.
going to compare Amon-Ra St. Brown to Roy Williams?
Yes.
See,
he's a possession type receiver.
This is why I love you, Easy,
bro.
This is why I love you, Easy. This is why I love you. He says Jefferson missed the whole season. Yeah, they
that's what I'm saying. That's even more.
Bro, they both played 3 seasons. What are we talking about?
like complete seasons? I don't know if that's in front of me. Like complete seasons or like?
Yeah, they both played 3 seasons. Now I do know that in the first season he played sparingly his freshman year. I totally get he played sparingly, but he also played next to Jamar Chase. Like he played next to some dogs over there. We're not gonna act like who's the dogs on freaking USC? Who's those dogs that Amon-Ra St. Brown was playing next to?
Amon-Ra was the dog.
I mean, you want to tell me Pittman was the dog that he was playing next to? Because I'm
Pittman was a dog.
But he wasn't there when Amon-Ra St. Brown was there.
Well, then why you say his name?
Because I wanted somebody to come and lie.
I hate you, bro.
All I said is this, bro. I'm just pointing out to you that these numbers are not as far off as you think. And I'm telling you, with the way we're going to play it, it says Amon-Ra and Jefferson have the same size hands, and Amon-Ra is shorter but has a bigger vertical. I just see things a little bit different. I see things the way I see them. I go by film. That's all I go by.
Hey, you see stuff when you're high off that hope, Luke. Man.
Remember I told you we were gonna suck if you give them a third year. We're gonna be picking in the top 5. I was like, listen, we're gonna be picking in the top 5 if you give them the second year. We're gonna be picking in the top 10. And I've been nailing it. Okay, my stuff aged well, bro. It's up there. It's up. Like,
yeah, no. Look, Patricia wasn't the guy, man. He definitely is not. He's a terrible leader. All right, I'm on this website called Mock Draftable. The height, Amon-Ra 5'11". Weight.
Where you getting that measurement from?
I told you, mockdraftable.com.
No. Go to like go to like ESPN or something, bro. Don't do NFL Network or something. Don't go there.
Arm length.
Look,
Justin Jefferson, longer arms, hand size.
If you on NFL.com, you can see all the measurements.
40-yard dash. Sheesh. Considerably faster.
I don't care. I don't care about speed.
I just wouldn't look. I'm not disagreeing with you that Amon-Ra's gonna be a good receiver. I'm just not comparing him to Justin Jefferson because I'm not high on hoping him in the main vein. You know what I'm saying? All I'll point
out to you is this: we have a lot of things going for us, and I think our receiving core is underrated. That's all I'm saying. And Talib is basically asking the question about who he's going to throw to because he's going to follow that same question with who because it's a good question to ask the guy. But you notice how Brocker swerved that question. He ain't had no problem telling you, but we're going to run that ball, though. But all of a sudden, he swerved that question. They're going to have a chance to be the man. He didn't sit there and do it because he understands I can't give you all the damn, club secrets. I can't teach you everything. I'm just pointing out to you little stuff. Like, I only get hyped when I see certain things. And yes, it can be wrong. Like I can be 100% wrong. This cannot age well. People can come back, chew me a new one, and call me a clown. It's very freaking possible. I don't doubt one moment of that. But I also say this. that when it comes to this team in terms of people overlooking stuff and talking about, the receiver room, we've had good receiver rooms and still didn't do nothing.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. This is very unproven, though. We still we can't speak on them with certainty as being like a productive part of this offense when we just haven't seen them operate that way consistently, or just to see them blank period at all. Because obviously we got rookies like Amon-Ra as well.
Rams House said Jefferson is fast at 40, but they 20-yard and 10-yard splits is almost identical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Jeff, this is how it is. Amon-Ra, again, is a possession receiver. He's going to get down and dirty on slants, curl routes. With Jefferson, he can take you deep and embarrass you. Like Amon-Ra ain't going to do that too often unless it's TJ Hawkinson's having a big game and they have to, put some extra protection on him. I think this is a year of TJ Hawkinson to not that he proved himself as a viable and good tight end in the league, but as far as a star, I think we're really going to find out this year for sure, too, because he's going to have a lot more attention now than he did the past couple of years.
I hear you. KC Bay Boy says Lion fans always overhype other teams' players and overhype other teams. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's if everybody swears that this is such a great player, and then they get here and I be like, and then I get yelled at for going off. I was mad about Danny Amendola. I was mad about Everson Griffin, and people was like, "Yo, you done lost your mind." Yeah, I know. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of assets. I'm gonna call it based on what the film showed me. And I'm looking at the way that he's going to be used. It's going to be lights out. But let me switch gears a little bit because I got a question for you, Easy. And this is one of the ones I have to ask myself. I need one player. Don't cheat. One player.
Okay.
On offense and defense that Lions should get ready to root for. One player.
Oh, man. Jamal Williams on offense. Easy.
Now, don't be doing that because he don't keep on there having fun with you.
Bro, I can you hear them in the other room?
I hear them out loud as day. They talk about something. It's easy, baby. You have everybody running around saying it.
Look, man. Amon-Ra actually going to be one that we root for too. But the ones that be the most lit, like in terms of everything, play on the field, his reaction to play, you've seen him in Green Bay dancing his ass off, man. It's Jamal Williams easy going to be the funnest you can root for this year, hands down, in my opinion, on offense at least.
Listen,
is that too easy? Okay, stay going.
Listen, he crazy. Listen, it says, do you see St. Brown taking the number 2 wide receiver spot back into the season? I do.
Hell yeah.
I do. You're gonna have to.
Too.
Let me see. It says comparing him to Justin Jefferson is pie in the sky. No, it's not. You just got blinders on. Give me your defensive player. Your one defensive player that the Lions fans should be rooting on.
Jeff Okudah. One, just so we can see our return on investment. Obviously, we see him. Everybody was beefing with where we picked him at, which at this point, man, I think people need to get over because he's just part of the team. Instead of worrying about when we got him, where we got him, just how about you just root for him to be a good, productive member of the football team? You know what I'm saying? Okay. But other than that, dude's out cold. If he can finally get going, he's a big body guy. He tackles well. Obviously, he's athletic. You see him, keeping up pace with receivers at practice. I think Jeff Okudah could be a star in this league. If not a star, at least, again, the guy that does his job. You know what I'm saying? But other than him, I feel like those are easy answers. I just want to say this, too, real quick. The defensive line, man, I feel like there's going to be one out of the bunch that are new faces. And maybe even Trey Flowers. I feel like one of them might end up being a fan favorite because, I just have faith in it, man. I don't know why. You don't take. You should though, because the first thing you're going to notice is there's a different level of speed now on the D line. That's the first thing, and then it's crazy because when you look at it, when you look at the level of the speed that's going to be on the D line right now, you already see that it's a little bit different in terms of I remember when we got Anzarike. I hope I said that right. When we got him. Hey, you said a name right, Luke?
I know, right? What the hell? I'm moving on up, right? I told you, man.
Level
nailed it. But when I looked at him, I was a little confused, and I was like, yeah, I liked it another D tackle better, and I stand by that. Yes, I did like another D tackle better. I'm not against his film, but I liked somebody a little bit better. I liked Slater better than Sewell, but I'm not mad at Sewell. I'm not going to be mad at that pick. However, I remember when they selected that other D tackle, and I was like, what? I'm like, 'cause I didn't have any film on him. And the first thing I seen on the film is I was like, oh, that big boy can move. That was the first thing I said on that stream.
My fight tape. I'm playing.
Dude, listen. That wasn't your fight tape because you got winded in the first 13 seconds, and then he kicked you, and then you tapped out. I was watching.
What?
I'm joking, people. He didn't tap out. He said, "What? Man, ain't nobody tapped out." What do you think this is? Here's the two players that I think the Lions fans should be ready to root for. All right, the first one to me is Big V. All right, I think you should get excited for Big V, and the reason I say that is because he's a guard, and to put him in a natural position of a guard next to Frank Ragnow and Sewell, he will be better. He will be better. So you need to start to root for him because now that is the key component to having a good D line. I cannot tell you how many times I watched people come right up the middle on Stafford and just jaw him, just jaw. The other person on defense. See, I like easy. I've been paying attention to some of the little videos they have dropped. I'm starting to become a believer in Dean Marlowe. I'm starting to really believe that Dean Marlowe at strong safety, we need to start rooting for that one because it looked like he ready to take that spot, bro. It looked like he ready for it. It looked like he in a good mood.
Okay.
All right. So those are two people I think I'm rooting for. Like I said, I don't want to keep people too much longer, man, but I want to go into the questions from the chat because I know people got a lot of questions and stuff, and they already think I'm batshit crazy because they, I say things, but
you were crazy. You know you're crazy.
I mean,
right?
but it aged so well. You know what I mean? Like you don't know, you know how much heat I took for saying Greedy Williams is trash. Like you don't even understand. Like I took some heat. I still got people that come in here and want to tell me about Montez Sweat, and I'm like, bruh, he was not doing diddly squat until they kept taking D linemen for a reason, bruh. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Well, he ended up going to Washington, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I look at players differently. When it comes to the Lions, I'm always saying to myself, I always look at it and say, you gotta be better at what you're doing. And to me, everything looks like they're finna be better.
Especially nowadays league too.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, now FYI, people, if you're not sure who's on this podcast with me, that is SpeakEZ from SpeakEZ Sports, fellow DSA member. Also, he's a family member. Y'all can't tell it from the look, but we got the same hairstyle. And while he's smiling, I tend to keep things a little bit more serious.
It's a me mug.
Yeah, just a little bit. However, I am working really, really hard for something to come up so I can just kind of be on camera because I want to have some fun with that too.
Man.
Yeah, dude, I know.
Well deserved too.
Dude, they've been hitting me with mandatory overtime like it's nobody's business. Listen, let me just tell you, they finally found the straw to break the camel's back. I'm tired of the overtime.
Oh, no.
All right. This is your time for questions, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go over any questions you have for me or Easy pertaining to the Detroit Lions and stuff like that. And that's what it boils down to.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, hell yeah, 100%.
All right. So we did this reminded me of DSA, by the way, too, when we did this question. Actually, I think I sent it to the group. I felt like literally that's what I was doing during the show. But they asked, where do you think the Lions will rank offensively and defensively by the end of the season?
The defensive line ranked by the end of the season, I think it's going to be somewhere between like 23 and 26. Just the D line, because I think you're going to funnel a lot of that stuff through pressure from the linebackers.
What about the defense overall?
Defense overall, I'm going to say between 17 and 20.
That's kind of where I was at too.
I mean, that's where they're supposed to be at. You're talking about learning a new system, new pieces been in there, a few rookies. I mean, you're supposed to have that. Offensive line ranking, I think in the rushing, it's going to be about top 15. In passing, I'm going to say maybe 18 to 20. 18 to 20. Offense overall, I think 15. Why? I just don't.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I think you're going to. Yeah, see, you got to keep in mind when you're looking at the quarterback, one of the things that stood out to me is the quarterback is not going to be asked to do what Stafford did. Stafford was asked to win games.
Bro, is Dr. Detroit in this chat right now? I ain't see him.
No, listen, bro. I'm just saying. You know, he was asked to do more than any quarterback should. Like, to me, people always used to hype up Patrick Mahomes, but I'm like, a lot of games Patrick Mahomes was able to just chill, turn around, hand that thing off, throw a few routes, and they take off and get a bunch of yards, and then he get all the accolades. But yeah, I think they'll be in the midst of it, and I think that's where you want them to be. They'll be in the middle, or run like the middle of the pack type team, and that's cool. That's enough for us to get the wins we need to not be in the top 10 picking. So that's all it boiled down to. See, I don't want to pick in the top 10. I don't even care if we get a high pick from the Rams. I don't. That pick can be 32 for all I give a damn, to be honest with you. Why? I'm just telling you why. To me, I can't even sit there and say that you're a good drafter because you picking all these picks in the top of the draft. Like, how can I say you draft good? You're picking high. So when you're not picking high, what are you doing? That's how I look at it. No, Miss J says, what's your opinion on my last statement about Amon-Ra St. Brown? He's referring to sometimes Amon-Ra's physical route running gives me Keenan Allen vibes. I can't tell easy that. No, Miss J, but I agree with you. Why I think he can be on. I'm just giving you the truth.
That's his strong suit. I agree, but that's what I'm telling you. He's gonna get. That's what I'm saying. Slants, curls, like scheme, route ran things. That's gonna be him all day. But he's not gonna like freakishly take the top off the defense like a Justin Jefferson would. Yeah,
but.
Bruh. He can still be great. He still be good. I'm just not.
Listen, all I'm saying is this. I didn't say that he was finna match his numbers piece by piece. I said he can be for the Lions what Justin Jefferson was for the Vikings. A receiver that many people did not give a lot of hype to. There was all these other receivers took in ahead of him, and he the one that stood out. Let's just keep it 100.
It's not 100. He was a first round pick, Luke.
When was he picked?
I think they traded up to get him, actually.
When was he picked?
In the first round, like 26 or some shit.
When was he picked?
All right, I'll ask Google. Damn.
Just go ask Google and tell Google he owe me some goddamn money, okay? All right? When you get over there, collect that money for me.
Real quick, I can ask you one more question for you. That's chat.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be live tomorrow with Drake Bell from 11 to 1.
Hey, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I need you to ask Bell one question for me.
I was going to ask you what I'm saying. Give me some questions. Give me some.
I got one question.
Okay.
What if this team's sole reason for sucking last year, as he's pointed out in film study and other different forms, was because of the head coach Matt Patricia? Why do he now think they're going to get worse or be much of the same?
I mean, I think you and I spoke on this before. I think my man just didn't do his homework that day.
That's not the problem. That's not my problem.
You ain't gonna get me to say that in the same room as him, okay?
He do look like he kind of stocky still, bro. But I'm saying
this man did a backflip the other day. All right, Joy. He's not a small human being by any means. He did a clean ass backflip.
Man, you can beat Bruce Lee. If you can beat Bruce Lee, you can beat Joy.
No, Bruce Lee the size of Joy's leg. That's a different story.
Listen, I'm just saying, bro. Why you can't just ask him? You know what?
You just ask me to ask whooping, man. Ask me something else. Man,
turn the phone lines on. I call in. I ask him my damn.
All right, bet 11 to 1.
I ask my damn self. Let's see what other questions we got in the chat because I need to know these things. This comes from Dr. Detroit. What's Slater better than Sewell? Well, at least he's like another offensive tackle. Slater can play all the positions in the entire line. Left tackle, right tackle, center, guard.
Yes.
Sewell can't do that. so he's better in that regard in versatility. Slater was a better run blocker and pass blocker than Sewell, in my opinion. And not by a whole bunch, but still better. Because I saw in games where like Enrique, you know, he when he gave him that first power move, he was like, oh damn, you know, but he recovered. Sewell recovered. But Slater went against like Chase Young and yielded nothing. He went against some people from Pittsburgh, yielded nothing. So I've seen Slater do those. So that's where he's better than. Let me think. Let me go through see what else we got. An athletic guard who is not as good at technique can do wonders with a good center and tackle next to him. This is a fact. Let me see. Luke, say to yourself, how can I overrate this player and team? I don't need to overrate anything. Usually, my views come from film. Film do it. So, show me where I overrated a player and I was wrong. Right? Like that would be the best way to do it. It's few far in between. Like, good luck with that homework. So, he's like I'm overrating the player and the team, but I'm not. I think they're a middle of the pack team with 8 to 10 wins. That's not overrating them.
Oh man, a little bit. Just a little bit.
How is it? You gave them 8
wins, bro.
You gave them 8 wins.
But I was high hopium, bro.
You was finna give them 9.
7.
you was finna give them 9 until I was like, you had 8, right?
Look, man, I was high that night. You and Dion in the same chat got me. That's all bad for me. I'll fucking fall in line.
Buffed Up says you said you didn't like Chase Young too. I said I didn't like Chase Young for the Lions, and I stand by that.
Wow,
Patricia, I mean, listen, bro. You bring him here, and what you think Patricia was gonna do? He wasn't gonna get used how he was like how Ron Rivera used him.
I mean, he would have. I feel like he's such a freak. He could have did what the hell he wanted to. Bruh,
they weren't gonna use him like that. No, absolutely not. And that if you remember what I originally said about Chase is, I don't like players who don't go hard every down. He took off too many damn plays, and I said, yeah, he got his little arsenal of pass rush moves, but his favorite one is try to run around you. That's not going to work in this league. Well, guess what happened? Ron Rivera publicly went off on him. Then I know behind the doors cussed his ass out, and they got it together. So, yeah, I still stand by. I ain't changed nothing, but I said I definitely didn't want him for the Lions, and that's not changing. So, where am I wrong at? See? People think I don't own up to stuff. I know what I say because I've seen film. It says, Luke, so what's Detroit team has the brightest future, ranking them 1 through 4?
That's a good ass question. Shit. One of my favorite questions.
The brightest future. You go first, Easy. I got to think.
All right.
I got to think.
Solely based on 8 p.m. tonight. The Detroit Pistons draft. Cade, SpeakEZ Cunningham. I don't know his middle name.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna put the Pistons 1. Now, like logically, just through like what people have done, you like Red Wings could be 1 easily, but I'm gonna put them 2 just because I feel like I don't know enough about hockey with these people that we're getting or that we currently have and how long that would take. So I'm gonna make the Red Wings 2. I'm gonna take the Lions 3, and then the Tigers 4. The Tigers 4 because bro, Alavila is garbage. Let's keep it a buck.
I'm gonna say this. I think the brightest future, because I think you can have a quicker turnaround if you get the right player. It has to be the Pistons. If the Pistons get the right player, you can have the fastest turnaround because it always happens. You still got free agency, and I think they got 2 second-round picks. So you still got options. Then I'm gonna say Lions is 2, and I'm gonna go Tigers 3, Red Wings 4. Because I'm not sure what the hell going on over there with the Red Wings. I'm just not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like I trust Stevie Watt and like what he did in Tampa because obviously just won back-to-back championships. But I just don't know what he's working with now here in Detroit to speak on it. I'm learning. I'm learning hockey as we go. Shout out to Darren McCarty.
All right, fair enough. Looney Tunes says, Luke, if Jared Goff gets hurt, would you still say 8 to 10 wins? No, because each piece is like it's like bacon. I don't know if y'all ever baked anything.
Bacon. I thought you meant like bacon, like the slices of bacon.
No. I mean baking. Like where you like for example, like I remember one day I was trying to bake some cookies, right? And I can cook my ass off. I just can't bake. So I was trying to bake these cookies, and they came out like bricks. And I could not figure out why they came out like bricks. And then it dawned on me. I was missing one ingredient and did not think I needed it. Right? I'm like, oh, that's just one ingredient. It'd be all right, right? Because then when you cook, you could be missing one ingredient and still make that mud fire. But in baking, you need each part to work the same way for you to get that same taste consistently. And so to me, if the quarterback gets hurt, hell, we didn't win 8 games like that when we lost Stafford. Why are we going to do it with Goff? So no, I don't believe that. Let me see. Offense. Keep going. Look, you got everybody going to Easy, baby. Yo, that's crazy. Luke and Easy touchdowns and interceptions for Goff. Ooh, okay, Easy, you got this one.
Hey, what the fuck? That ain't fair. You go first.
I go first on this one. You're right. I'm going to give Jared Goff 30 touchdowns, and I'm going to say interceptions. Yeah, 30. Bro, did you not see how many passes they listen? It's going to be a lot of screens, quick passes, and throws up the backfield, and a lot of running. Yeah, I'm giving them 30 fucking touchdowns. That's almost league average. What do you mean? Hell, Jameis Winston had 30 for 30. Why can't Goff get 30?
There ain't no league average. 30 touchdowns a lot. Let me see. Hold on. Let me post the stats.
Okay. Go and look at it.
I don't want to.
I got time, man. Listen, for you, I always got time. What you talking about?
He's done it before. Okay. 24 touchdowns.
Is that the league average right now?
No. It's just I'm gonna give Goff 24 touchdowns this year.
24. All right. Yeah. You know, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You trying to get back. You trying to get some of the hopium out of you because you've been hanging around celebrities. No, it's okay. It's okay. I see what happened when you meet people like Jay-Z and stuff. You lose yourself.
My God. I met some Jay-Z.
I'm just saying.
Bro,
you kind of lose yourself.
Oh no, lose yourself. I see what you did there. I
thought you would catch it.
It's not him. We're gonna be run heavy. The touchdowns I see him getting is on goal line. Don't you think we'll be in better field positions? He will be in better field positions, but I mean, I'm thinking more so the running backs.
All right. This one comes from Dominic Davis. Says, which rookie will have the best year? Penny Sewell, Derrick Barnes, Amon-Ra, or Levi, or McNeil? This is easy for me. I honestly think that the one who's going to have the best year out of all of them is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I was going to say, you better say him with your statement earlier.
Listen, I'm consistent, sir. I don't believe in talking out the side of your ass and your neck. It doesn't help me. I'm consistent, but I really do believe he's going to have the best out of that group. Who you think? Out of all of that group? Don't try to give me two. He says out of all of those rookies, who's having the best?
Damn, let me take my answer before I can even answer. It's hard to grade Penny Sewell and saying he had the best year because you don't have the stats you do with you know what I'm saying, with Barnes and Amon-Ra, Levi or McNeil, but I'm gonna say
you struggling, huh?
I am. I like all these dudes, man. That's so crazy. I feel
how many of them you met already? Because I feel like you trying to keep relationships. I want you to just tell the truth and shame the devil.
No. I met any of them. I Instagrammed Ali McNeil.
That dude is interesting. But go ahead.
Shit, man. Give me Penny Sewell.
Okay, all right. Crimson Shadow says so. How are the wide receivers in 2022? And is there one worth one of our number one picks? I don't look past this season. Can I get through this season? And I'll be back to you on that question. Ain't no point in me looking past this season. When you start to look past things, then you're probably gonna be a loser. And I don't want my team to be a loser. I think like a winner. Therefore, I want my team to win. I can't tell you about next year's picks. It says, watching the Amon-Ra St. Brown film next to Antonio Brown and tell me there isn't a massive similarity. I can't say nothing, Rams house. If I say it, they think I'm crazy. And they got to see it for themselves. And when it happens, he says, watch Amon-Ra St. Brown's film next to Antonio Brown and tell me there isn't a massive similarity.
No, that's what I'm saying. Antonio Brown's not an athletic freak. He's a route runner. He's a sure-handed route runner.
Okay. Was Antonio Brown better than all the receivers that was drafted before him in that draft?
Absolutely. I think Antonio Brown's amazing.
We're just gonna put it out there.
Hey. You're
consistent. I love your consistency. Right?
No, I never said he's gonna be bad. I'm just saying y'all can't be comparing him to these dudes. Look, I feel like that's easier to compare him to Brown than Justin Jefferson, just because they're different. He's more similar style play to Brown, in my opinion.
Garrett Wilson's the guy at wide receiver next year if we need one. Okay. Let's see. It says we have better defense by 10 positions or better. Okay, I see you, David. Hey. David apparently is like, if you look at David right now, don't David look like he bounced somebody or like he's somebody personal security? And he looks young, but he says he's not. And it blew my mind.
He looked like he could play defensive tackle for us right now.
Right now.
Ain't gonna hold him up.
Like right now, like, hey, sir, you're getting too close to the quarterback. Like I feel like he's the guy that Dan Campbell hired when media want to ask stupid questions, he just go, you're out of here, and just picks them up and take them out the room.
Yeah,
like that's
David
what I
might
think.
fuck somebody up. David looks it might be the Terminator glasses though, giving him like a couple extra points.
Obviously, Detroit Drew is going to be going live at 7:40 for the NBA draft, so you want to definitely go over there and check that out. This comes from David Anderson himself. He said, "What's going on with Cephas?" I haven't heard much about Cephas, and I was trying to figure out how I'm going to wing one of these early morning practices, but it ain't looking too good, man, with this mandatory overtime.
What are you doing on Saturday?
On call.
Okay, you still go and just
but if I go and then I get called, that's a waste of damn time to getting up. I could have been still asleep, and I'm going to get called.
Let's go.
I guarantee I'm going to get called, bro.
Bro, let's go.
Just go.
Yeah, what the fuck? You just leave and go do work. It ain't a thing.
We're gonna talk, bro. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Hey, bro, I can't wait.
It says, Luke, you nailed it. Joik is half right on Patricia. I just don't understand like how he came to that conclusion. I want him to answer that for me. It says we are close in the 5 wins last year. Yeah, we were close in those 5 wins. True. Luke, so what Detroit team? Oh, you already answered that one. Let's see. I'm trying to go through the other questions before we bounce up out of here. I'm trying to see what else we got. Let me see. Y'all put the questions in there. We'll talk about it. Y'all see he trying to get me to come to this damn practice, man. Y'all trying to get me cussed out.
Bro, we got to do it, bro. We'll vlog it. Look, we'll do what we were talking about before.
I know, right?
That'd be funny as hell.
Listen, we're going to figure that out. We're going to have to figure it out. Craig Bevan says, Luke, do you think Perriman will have a season like he did with the Randall L. Tampa? I think he's going to do similar to what his dad did for the Lions. He gives you 600-something yards, a couple touchdowns, but be effective enough for you to put some respect on his name. That's what I think.
I'm about to look up his measurements.
6'2", 6'2", I want to say. Somewhere around that area. I feel like.
His name? It's Bashard or Bashard?
Bashard. B-E, damn it. B-R-E-S-H-A-D, I think it is.
Look, if you keep reading questions, I'll find it.
All right. Let me see. I'm going down the list and it says, what's the Chiefs record if Mahomes get hurt? Exactly. 0. Because you got to have all parts in there, man. Once you become one-dimensional, it's over with. How salty will you be if they pick Jalen Green? I won't be salty because
Rashad Perriman ran a 4.2.
Yeah, that's why he was a first-round pick.
What the French toast?
Yeah, he was a first-round pick because of that.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
that's a big motherfucker if you're running a 4.2. God damn.
Let's see. 24 touchdowns. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna get ahead of this. Hey, Michael Brock's attitude makes me believe this D-line gonna be nasty. No homo. I said nasty because I was hoping he meant that, but then when he said no homo, I was like, what? So I think he was trying to say.
When people say no homo and something that didn't like sound like homo before, it's just the funniest shit to me. Because it made it homo, and you think of it in that way, like
what that right? Do you guys think Sewell transferred pretty easily to the right? Hell no. I don't think for one bit that he transferred to that right tackle well. I think he's gonna have some growing pains. He's been playing left tackle predominantly since like he was little.
I agree. He even came out and spoke openly about like it being a little bit tougher, but
yeah, I mean hell, Trey Flowers is having some issues with going to being a full-time outside linebacker where you're rushing. He's even having some issues with it, but they're moving him along real nice and easy. And it's one of the things that they're talking about in training camp is they're easing the rookies in real slow. So the only one who has started on starter team reps is McNeil and nose tackle. The rest of them, they've been sliding them in, easy. Let me see. What is this right here? You guys hear about Levi? No. Did something change? What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
It says Lions Lee says he wasn't comparing him statistically to Jefferson, just the team impact wise. I thought that's exactly what I was doing, but they insist on saying that that's not the case because he's not going to get those kind of yards. And I said it's not about the yards. I'm saying that most people think our receiving corps suck, and this guy is going to ball out. And when it came to the Vikings, They said, "Oh, you got Thielen, but can Jefferson be the thing?" And blah 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 blah. And Jefferson proved to you that he can be the damn thing.
I feel like with Jefferson, it was just like they're running whatever regular offensive scheme the schedule was, what the plan was with Dalvin Cook and who's the white dude? I can't think of his name. I apologize.
Thielen. Adam Thielen. Yeah, I had to think about his name too.
And they're looking at Thielen open running the Amon-Ra type route. And you see Justin Jefferson wide the fuck open. And he's like, oh shit, yeet, touchdown.
But the thing is when you look at these teams, it's going to come down to a person that's like Amon-Ra wants to be great.
Yeah,
he know that he can take any one of them guys' spot, and I think he will.
If you look at if as soon as we get off stream, if anybody wants to look at the stories of Terrell Owens on the come up and the extra things he did to be great, I'm telling you, see a lot of similarities in this kid Amon-Ra. A lot of them. When he got drafted, what was he doing? Working out, catching footballs. He wasn't sitting around on the couch waiting for it to happen.
Nope.
He was going hard.
That jug machine.
Yes,
everything.
Sir.
That's
with
how
the shirt off, just like T.O. Remember the shirt off in his park in his driveway. I suspended. It's working out.
Yeah, that boy. You see who called him? If you see the first person that called him was Magic. Magic, like, hey, you know, you going home, you know. Magic, sir. Like, you know, you going up in there, you know. I know you're gonna be a bad boy, like, bro. Hey, you gotta put some respect on it. It says, easy. Can we get Luke on Woodward Sports? Believe it or not, he has tried to. It's my schedule that is the problem. My job gets on my nerves, and it's a very demanding job. But I do love what I do, so. But I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, I gotta switch it up. It's taking too much time away from me, and I don't like that. If Perriman can ever get it together, he could be a big-time weapon. This is true. Lakers are trading for Russell Westbrook right now.
Yep.
That's a mistake.
I agree.
That's a mistake.
That's terrible.
He needs to have the ball in his hand to get going, and then on top of that, he's got a selfish bone in him. So when things he'll concede to LeBron early on, but then eventually he's gonna be like, bump that, I'm the man. Like, so if they make that trade, they making a mistake.
Bro, it's gonna be terrible, bro. LeBron needs shooters around him.
Wait a minute, no, listen, hold on, easy. Not I think Norm is playing with it. He said, my bad, I meant nasty. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
He said tasty.
He said tasty though, bro. I don't know.
Oh, so you said nasty. And I kept seeing in the chat, people kept saying tasty.
It did say tasty. That's why I said that. I'm like, man, I'm like, I hope.
Oh, so you knew. So you saved him.
Yes, you know.
That's why he said no.
Hey, what can I say? You know, pay attention. It says, hello, everyone. About the time Luke had Easy on, I was starting to think Luke was punishing him. Nah, bro. Easy. First of all, I keep trying to tell Easy to tap in, but he be want to tap out every chance he get, you know. You know what I should do one day? I should get in the ring with you one day and see who tap out first.
Look, it's gonna be you 100%.
I'm not dude. I never tap out. You got to put me to sleep.
Oh my goodness!
You got to put me to sleep.
Just like somebody else.
Hey, you got to put me to sleep, bro. I'm telling you right now. I'm not tapping a damn thing. Go ahead, if you get whatever you can get me in, get it and hold on for dear life. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to put me to sleep.
Look, a chokehold, I can honestly look, this is weird, and I don't know why I believe it, but I believe it when it comes to chokeholds. Let me tell you, Luke, when a motherfucker gets a hold of that arm, it's a different tap. You gotta tap.
Listen. All I'm gonna say to you is if what I'm working on goes into effect, I can promise you we good. Hank 313 Detroit Lions Blood says, you guys did a great job talking sports today. Now I'm ready for the NBA draft 100%. And it's one of the reasons why I'm probably finna go ahead and end it, because I want to get myself over there to Detroit's Drew channel and see this reaction, because last time we got the first overall pick, he went full Stone Cold Steve Austin and covered himself in beer. So I can only imagine what he's going to do this time. He might even have tassels on. So this might be entertaining. You never know. You never know.
You know, it's all about it. With Tasty to him. I'm playing no more.
So listen, obviously I got to get you back on. But let's give people their final thoughts really quick, and get this thing going so we can get people over there to Detroit Drew so you can check it out.
Yes, sir. All I ask of the entire fan base is to be patient. I have faith in everything from the front office and blind faith in the coaching staff as well. Not as blind, I should say, but it feels that way because, like you said, you were right earlier. They are a little bit unproven, but just be patient with them because the roster they're working with this year, if we're keeping it real, it's not the sexiest. So let them get these couple picks, these next 2 drafts, and let's see what they could do. Also, I apologize, Nomis, but other than but also make sure y'all tap in tomorrow from 11 to 1 on WriterWrong YouTube channel. I will be live with Detroit's own and former Detroit Lions running back Joyke Bell and my man Jeff, and maybe Luke might call in and get me beat up too. We'll see.
Listen. Don't play with me. You listen. I'm gonna find a way to take an early lunch. Don't play with me.
You ask it. I'm not asking that.
I'll ask it. Listen, what are you gonna do? Hang up on me?
That's what I'm saying. That's what you see. But me, it's different. I'm in the same vicinity. I've seen the type of athletic movements this motherfucker can do. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't know if you saw this message, but Izzy77 says Luke be like the only thing he tapping is that.
Oh man, Izzy wild, bro.
I'll just listen, bro. Number J says I'm gonna get Bruce Lee on your ass easy.
That's why I said I apologize, Number.
He gonna hit you like 7 times before you get your first punch off.
Nah.
I'm just saying, bro. You better stop playing with people.
Hey, if it's in the octagon, Bruce Lee's dead. If it's in the streets, he might be able to fuck me up.
You say those rules gonna help you out a little bit, just a little bit.
Look, I corner a small motherfucker in somewhere he can't run. It's a wrap, bro. I'm telling you, it's not. Y'all seen the tape. I lay down.
Oh my god, bro.
Got the belly.
I ain't mad at this. All right, listen, people. I want to thank everybody who came in here. I hope you all hit that like button. I hope you all go over to Detroit Drew's channel and check out the draft party. It's going to be a good one, 100%. He's going to be wilding out, doing his usual thing. He's going to probably have at least 10 cases of Drew Wises. I just feel like he finna get like super Viking drunk and having this excitement for this. So make sure you go over there and check him out. Today's positive quote, people. Luke is a breath of hope. Oh my god. Today's positive quote comes from me. I heard somebody say to me the other day, they said, man, you ain't nothing but a drop in the ocean. And I said, what? And when he said it made me think about me being a drop in the ocean. I said, yeah, I'll take that. I like that. And he's like, what? He's like, all that means is you just one more, drop in the ocean. It's nothing special. But I thought a little differently. See, I have a different perspective when it comes to things, and my views are often different and skewed. When he told me that, the first thing I thought about was this. That's kind of half true, right? Because if you think about a drop in the ocean, when it drops in the ocean, it still creates ripples, and those ripples can be felt across the entire ocean. In fact, many animals, when you drop one drop of water in the ocean, react to it. So that's how much power you can have being a drop in the ocean. When you drop yourself into that ocean, those ripple effects that you send out, it's the same way you touch every single person. Now, I said to you yesterday that you were somebody's blessing, somebody's strength when they was weakness. When you're that drop in the ocean, you are simply becoming something bigger and greater than yourself. See, even the ocean has to yield at some point to your power. I mean, for crying out loud, it's the ocean, and I'm just simply a drop. Why would it even allow me to move them? To create such an effect, to affect everything that it holds dear to it. It's because when you find that level of power, that level of perspective, yeah, I could be a drop in the ocean. But I promise you, for miles upon miles, from the depths to the freaking universe, you're going to know I'm here. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Make sure you check out my man SpeakEZ. He be over there wilding out. You got to get on his Instagram. He really be wilding out. You got to check him out when he'll be talking to Joyke Bell on Woodward Sports. And obviously you can't miss my man Lions on the Prowl, who will definitely be going live doing this free for all Friday. So make sure you show love and support. Check out Detroit Drew as he get ready for the draft party. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.